What is good, YouTube? This is Vortex. I'm back with my very first RWBY discussion video here. This is basically just like my review and thoughts on Volume 6, Chapter 1 that came out last weekend for first members, in which I am a first member myself. I literally just became a first member roughly the day of. I thought I had became a first member, probably about like 3 weeks prior, but it didn't go through or anything. Something happened, but initially I fixed that issue. But yeah, guys, this is going to be pushed out a few hours after Chapter 1 of Volume 6 goes out this weekend, and I will be looking to do these discussion slash review videos of each chapter, and then other discussion videos as far as each chapter is concerned, moving forward. I should have been doing these discussion videos, way back when I first started watching RWBY. I came in when RWBY was really hot, and I believe Volume 3 or Volume 4 was getting ready to come out, or it just ended. It was one. I think it was more so Volume 4 was getting ready to come out, so I was way behind on the show, but I got caught up within a year, and that was that. But needless to say, guys, we're just going to jump right into it. All in all, I've watched the episode over and over and over again. There are specific things that I want to talk about that I'll do other videos for, which will be much shorter than this one, and I'll try to be as brief as possible with what I want to talk about here as far as Chapter 1 is concerned. Chapter 1 was good. To me, it met its expectations. The fan base for us, we've been waiting a year for this to come out. With them pushing the intro at the end of Chapter 1, and then they literally pushed that out last weekend as well. There's a whole bunch of stuff that seems to is going to happen in this volume, or at least set up some things that might specifically happen or will happen in Volume 6. But I just want to talk about that. The chapter itself was good. The animation was, to me, was really great. And from how the snow was flying around, as far as them on the train, even the trees, like the trees looked like, even like the animation as far as the trees are concerned, like, just this chapter was really good. I enjoyed the fact that that the group as a whole, I wish that I could get, like, Ren and Nora in this picture with John, but it's cool like Kool-Aid. That's just, it is what it is with the photo, with the image. But all in all, it seems like the team as a whole, including RWBY here, the team as a whole, they seem to have grown. And with what Uncle Crow said at the big, pretty much at the beginning of roughly a couple of minutes in to the chapter, that it's been 2 weeks since what happened at the end of Volume 5, with everything that happened in Volume 5. And it's, it just seems like, it kind of seems like everybody's just, basically fitting in their roles the appropriate way. I mean, literally, Nora and Ren are doing what they do as far as tag team. We see RWBY and Weiss doing what, having more of a trust between those two, as far as when they were, double teaming the Grimm in, on this train during this fight scene. And even in the midst of Blake and Yang having, their own issues, which I'm going to be pushing out another video on that tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, sorry, because I got so much stuff going on with my videos. But I'm going to be pushing a topic out on Blake and Yang and their relationship with Adam on Sunday. That even with their own issues and what they need to actually sit down and have a heart to heart about, that they were still able to put their struggles of getting along or needing to get along, they put that to the side just so that they could be able to team up and drop these grim. So and then the chapter still had that, the silly side, the silly moments of RWBY and Yang, Nora. Nora, and just some of the jokes and stuff like that. It just felt great to have the group, all of them, back together, as a whole, just the entire group, and including RWBY. So it's just great to it's just great to have this volume here, guys, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what transpires out of this. The whole situation with everything that has happened through each of the volumes. It just seems like everybody's matured over the past like 2-3 volumes, guys. They've really truly matured. And I think I'm gonna do a video on RWBY specifically, but I want to just mention that I enjoyed the fact that RWBY stepped up in chapter 1. She really took charge. She really seemed like she was like a very mature leader in this specific chapter on the train. When Crow was talking to D about doing something specific, and RWBY just stepped up and said, hey, this doesn't matter, this is what we need to do, let's get it done. And guys, I just sat back, I was like, whoa, like RWBY, what happened to what happened to our little RWBY here? She's she seemingly has grown up a little bit, in the midst of her kind of, in a sense, still being technically still being a teenager. But with everything that has transpired, guys, it just blew me away that that they were able to just come together and literally just be to be RWBY again, to be our core fun loving group that we've grown to get attached to throughout these volumes. And so chapter 1 was a really good chapter. I'm looking forward to, for those of us who are first members, to see what happens in chapter 2 this weekend as chapter 1 gets pushed out. And we will pretty much, I'll be pretty much preparing to do more discussion videos on chapter 2 and on specific things that happen in each of the chapters. Because like I said, guys, I'm going to be pushing out to you all throughout this weekend and the week to come, just specific things that I thought about per each specific like scene, characters, what I thought, and go from there. But I'm just glad that the group is back together, guys. And again, in the midst of that, the group kind of separated still. So yeah, it was great for them to be back, but they had to, as fast as we've gotten them back, they've only been together for 2 weeks, they split apart again because of the situation that happened on the train. It sucks, but hopefully, it won't last for, months on end like it did basically between volume 4 and volume 5. So yeah, guys, chapter 1 of volume 6 was good in my opinion. I mean, there are people out there who pretty much feel like it's still, that it seems like it still sucks to them, but I have no issues with like most of the stuff that happens in any of the volumes, at least. But that's just me. But we will see what happens in chapter 2 this weekend. For those of us who are first members, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you all thought of chapter 1 when it gets fully pushed out to everybody this weekend as well. So with that, guys, that's all I have to say. The Grim looked great. The Grim looked great. The fight scene on the train was good enough for me. And I just have some questions to ask whenever I get around to doing these discussion videos on specific stuff that happened in chapter 1. And I know I have many more questions because there's so many questions still needs to be answered as far as these the rest, the prior volumes are concerned, and other things that have happened. There's so many other questions that we need answers to, and hopefully in this volume and moving forward we'll get that. And hopefully, because I mentioned this in one of my videos coming out, that hopefully the series will push out another 6 seasons. Just putting that out there. That's my thoughts. That's my thought on that. I'm hoping for 6 more seasons. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's all I have to say. With that, what did you all think of chapter 1? Let's have a chat in the comment section, guys. And I will chat with you all throughout the weekend and week, with more of my discussion videos, and next weekend with my thoughts on chapter 2. With that, guys, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.